and welcome to KRQE News this morning. I'm Matt Morrow.
Good morning, I'm Elizabeth Alvarez. Today's Monday, March 24th. Thanks so much for being with us. All your news coming up in just a bit, but first we're going to start by taking a look at the weather.
Yeah, meteorologist Kristen Van Dyke is here. Kristen, maybe get away with a medium jacket, not the heavy one this morning?
Good morning. Yeah, jacket-wise, probably a light coat will do you just fine. You get up into the northern mountains, you may want to grab something heavier there, but everyone will see a milder finish this afternoon, starting off in the low 40s here in Albuquerque. Highs today in Albuquerque 67. Winds will stay light across most of the state, so not bad there. Mid-60s out east to 70s down to Roswell and Carlsbad. Taos coming in at 59, Los Alamos at 60, and up in the Four Corners, upper 50s and low 60s. A beautiful day ahead, but changes on the way. Shower chances are going up, and those winds are going to be returning. I'll have the details on when this is all going to happen and how it'll play out coming up in just a few minutes.
New this morning, New Mexico State Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting.
We know one man is now in the hospital and 2 Los Lunas police officers are involved in this shooting. It happened overnight off Main Street, and that is where our Samantha McDonald is this morning. Sam, what have you learned about what happened down there?
Well, Matt, as you can see, officers are still out here this morning. State police say it all started in Belen with a case involving a stolen vehicle. It was here at Hilltop Terrace Apartments behind me in Los Lunas where it all ended. It was earlier Sunday when police in Belen were chasing a car with a stolen license plate. Police soon gave up but sent out an alert to be on the lookout for the car in Valencia County. Then at about 10:30 last night, Los Lunas police spotted the car at the Hilltop Terrace Apartments off of Main Street and Canal. And as police were investigating, a man and a woman came out of one of the apartments and began to approach police. Police noticed the man was carrying a long assault-style rifle. Police told the man to put the gun down, and that's when they say he pointed it in the direction of the officers. State police say Los Lunas officers fired and the man was hit multiple times. He was taken to UNM Hospital and is undergoing surgery. State police are now in charge of the investigation, and they will give us more details as soon as they become available. We'll have more updates for you coming up at noon on KRQE News 13. Back to you.
All right, thank you for the update this morning, Samantha. Investigators have not said how badly the man is hurt. And once again, state police say 2 officers are involved in the shooting. Their names have not been released. Now, the last time there was a police shooting in Los Lunas, it was the day after Christmas when a 50-year-old man reportedly pointed a rifle at police. Officers responded to a domestic violence call at a home off State Road 314. Ruben Sanchez here had barricaded himself inside. When he finally did come out, police say Sanchez was holding a rifle and pointing it toward officers. That is when Officer John Valdez, who had been with Los Lunas police for a year, fired 2 rounds at Sanchez, hitting him once in the stomach or chest area and sending him to the hospital. Sanchez was charged with aggravated assault on a peace officer with a deadly weapon. Last we heard, the case is being forwarded to the Valencia County District Attorney to decide if that shooting was justified. Well, the police shooting in Los Lunas comes after a particularly rough weekend for the Albuquerque Police Department following last Sunday's shooting of what we think is a homeless man in the foothills. A warning, the video is graphic. You may very well find it disturbing. Here is Elizabeth with more.
Hey Matt, yeah, the video of the shooting has gone viral, nearly 130,000 hits on YouTube at last check, and it has led to a flood of negative comments against Albuquerque cops, I should say. When City Council President Ken Sanchez saw this video, he says this is ultimately bad for people who live here.
I was troubled, I was disturbed, and I'm extremely concerned. We need to restore confidence in our Albuquerque Police Department. And we need to respect the work that many of our law enforcement officers do in our community.
If you type in Albuquerque police shooting on YouTube, it's one of the first videos that you will find. The helmet camera on one of the officers captures the shooting of James Boyd. If you read the comments below, you'll find hundreds of angry viewers. Some say the officers should be tried for murder. Others call the shooting an assassination. Then there are articles using police brutality in the headline, and others read killed for camping. Council President Ken Sanchez says with APD's already tarnished reputation, this is going to make recruiting new officers more difficult in a police force that's already understaffed. Matt?
Well, the day the helmet cam video was released, APD's Chief Gordon Eden defended his officers' actions to pull the trigger. Listen.
Do you believe this was a justified shooting? Do I believe it was a justified shooting? Yes. If you follow case law, Garner versus Tennessee, there was a directed threat to an officer.
Chief Gordon Eden says his officers had to shoot Boyd. They say he was mentally unstable and homeless. He was armed with knives and refused to come down from the foothills, where he was reported to be camping illegally. Boyd, we know, had a history of violent arrests. Chief Eden says officers, the crisis intervention team, and a state police liaison spent 3 hours talking with Mr. Boyd. The chief also says they used non-lethal force first, but APD says Boyd threatened officers. Well, not everyone agrees, including the attorney whom you just saw. He won a $10 million verdict against the city for APD's wrongful death shooting of Kenneth Ellis in 2010 and says this shooting is far from justified.
I'm shocked. I've never seen a murder captured on videotape before.
And based on the comments, many others who viewed the helmet cam video on YouTube and our website are highly critical of the shooting. You can go check out the entire APD lapel and helmet cam video and Chief Eden's complete news conference. All of it is at KRQE.com. Elizabeth.
Other news this morning, there's a predator out there preying on small businesses that are hoping to grow.
He said, I have been awarded a grant. And I said, really? And he said, yes, there's money available for small businesses.
All right, Shirley Fight, a small business owner, says she contacted the grant writers and paid $1,000 for her 3 businesses. 2 months later, she was told she was approved for $225,000.
We were so thrilled to have this money so we could buy things that we needed for our businesses that we didn't question it.
Fitt says she signed a contract providing her social security number and checking account numbers. The money was supposed to be deposited on March 1st. It wasn't. She called police, who told her the bogus grant writer is under investigation for similar stunts involving businesses in Bernalillo, Sandoval, Valencia, and Cibola counties. Now, Rio Rancho police are asking anyone else who may have been a victim to come forward.
WIP officials plan on letting the Artesia City Council know exactly what the plan is when a team goes underground for the very first time since the radiation leak there. The council is set to meet tomorrow and is going to have a meeting for the town afterward. A WIP re-entry team has already been trained to go underground to try to find out what caused a radiation leak at the nuclear waste mine.
We're covering emergency response capabilities. We have ventilation specialists, we have geotechnical specialists, we have radiological specialists.
It'll be the first time since the leak that was back on Valentine's Day that workers will be descending into the mine. The re-entry team hopes to begin its exploration of WIP's tunnels next week. Of course, we'll let you know exactly how that goes.